Why your real estate content gets views, but not clients. You're posting every single day, so why aren't buyers and sellers messaging you? Here's why.
Welcome to the Open Books Podcast, where we discuss all things real estate, helping you take the road less traveled to real estate success. I'm your co-host, Curtis Haddock, alongside Casey Tuter and Brooke Massey. A good morning, everybody, and you too. And
good morning. Good morning, everyone.
We needed a round of applause this morning. It was just one of those mornings.
That's how you do it in poetry.
We need to lift Casey's spirits up.
100%. That's why we needed it.
Yeah.
He had a client.
I got screwed over.
That didn't purchase
again.
A repeat.
Yeah.
And it was somebody he follows up with. You probably sent your weekly email.
Yeah, of course I got my weekly email. Ricky Cruz said that was a sure thing.
He lied. No, I'm just kidding.
He should be listening to our content.
That's right. He probably will now. He'd be like, you guys are idiots. Yeah, today we're going to talk about content and, making it have a purpose, making sure that you don't just spin your wheels and waste time posting videos that get you nowhere.
Well, that's a good idea, Casey.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if you like today's content, like, subscribe, comment, make fun of us, don't make fun of us. Engagement is good.
Please just make fun of us.
Just do it.
Better than nothing.
Just have sympathy for me.
Today, we got 3 points that we're going to make. The first one is views does not equal trust. And what I mean by that is if you post something and it gets a lot of views, it doesn't mean that those are people that are necessarily there to stay, that they're going to just trust you with your business.
Yes.
Right? So be careful on just looking at views and things like that when you're posting content. We want to talk about the difference between engagement versus income. That one, I think, is pretty self-explanatory, and I think people understand the difference between the two. However, we all get caught up in engagement and don't necessarily know how or take advantage of turning that engagement into income. Right? And then we want to talk about all content has a purpose.
Yes.
Right? So make sure that when you are posting and you are trying to create that engagement and build trust with your audience, make sure you know the purpose of the content that you're posting.
Right.
What is its job? What's it going to do for you?
Right. But first, like, comment, and subscribe.
Ding, ding, ding.
So let's start with views don't equal trust. Why the heck, if I get 1 million views on one of my posts, I get that like every week.
I bet you don't.
I don't barely post, you know. I'm the worst social media.
We are the pros at
person,
this.
You know. No, it's a struggle for me. Social media is a struggle for me, but that's okay.
But you do understand it. I mean,
well, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for you because what we're going to be talking about today is what it takes to make a successful channel, and you're not just going out making home tour videos so you don't actually have to work.
Well, not only that, but like I also just for everybody listening, I have seen social media work for people, and I have seen people build huge businesses from it and get a ton of sales from it, right?
Absolutely.
And so when it comes to running a real estate business, I do think it's important to, one, not compare yourself to other people, because there's not one size fits all for everybody. I think that business comes in all shapes and sizes for everybody. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, and it's important to identify what those strengths are.
Did you know my strength is my weakness?
Wow.
Usually.
Lucky you.
I got that from Kevin Hart on Jumanji.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, How the hell is my strength my weakness?
Oh, because that was like his character traits or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he was reading them off.
Sorry, you made me think of it, and I can't resist a good movie quote.
I know you can't. That's good. So anyways, just know that there's so many different ways to build your business. Posting content being one of them, as long as you understand the content that you're posting, what it's supposed to do for you.
But I think people like with the views and stuff, people get stuck on like trends and like being funny and stuff and that can eventually, like I do know someone that has lots of followers and he gets a lot of business because he posts funny videos, but he's kind of made his funny his purpose.
Yeah. And you got to be willing to commit to whatever that idea is.
Yes.
Like the agents who dance in every video, like you better be committed to that because you're gaining a certain type of audience.
Absolutely.
That you're not going to normally get. So speaking of that, there's actually 5 different types of content you can make.
Tell me.
Okay, so educational, entertainment, so dancing videos, inspiration, personal. So that's like human connection, your story, where you came from, that type of thing. Authority and proof, and promotional call to action.
Yeah.
But I've seen one before. It was also the last section was animals. Because if you ever see like a video of a dog, it's got like 5 million views, and it's a damn dog.
I tried to make my cat famous.
It's its own cat. Yeah, right. Exactly.
And I did get some crazy views for some dumb cat videos.
But back to the point of like getting a bunch of views, it's not going to necessarily translate into loyal customers or a loyal following, because you might do a trend. Post a video of your pet and it gets a lot of views.
It's not real estate specific though.
And it doesn't have to be real estate specific. That's true. Right? But you have to follow it up with content, right? And people need to be able to know that you are looking for their real estate business, right? So if you post something and it gets a ton of views, and then you don't post for a long time, and then you post something that's completely separate from what all those views came from, like it's not gonna just show up in those people's algorithm again if you're not being consistent with it.
Yes, and it's like social media, like with the views and like to your point, Casey, like the different types of posting, like just like you should diversify your income producing activities as a real estate agent. Like you should do open houses and expireds and FSBOs. Like you should do multiple of those. Social media is kind of like a big animal in itself if you kind of like think about it this way, because I think that's where a lot of people just get frozen. They're like, there's so much to do, and there's a lot on social media, but like all the things that you're posting, like they should pick like 2 to 3 of them, and then that's how do you want to be perceived anyways on social media?
What's your brand?
And then pick 2 to 3 of those, because then you do want, like, kind of controversy to what we're saying, you do want views, but you want the views to be able to attract so they can go to your other ones where they can see you educating and doing different things, and they're like, oh, this person's knowledgeable, oh, this person is selling houses, and so they're getting to know you just online, and you're able to paint a picture.
You want to make sure you're attracting the right demographic.
So I want to sell everyone that has orange tabby cats.
And also, like, if you're trying to make it in real estate and you're newer, you have to be very careful. And I warn new agents about this stuff all the time. And I just had an agent that I did a cross sale with, and it was her first deal. And she picked up the lead from Instagram. And so I go to her Instagram, and she's got probably 100 videos of doing tours, like doing a first-time home buyer seminar. And it's like all this content.
And this was her first client?
And she got one client from
That's a lot of work,
which is great.
Was it good content too? Like she did decent?
I mean, you open it up and she was perceived as successful.
Yeah,
like you could just look. It's like, oh, she's a realtor.
Yeah.
And something that she said in the buyer seminar prompted someone to reach out to her and say, hey, we're new to the market, whatever. But it's like, my point is, like,
so it can happen, agents, but to your point, I know what you're going with this.
Yeah, is that the only thing you're doing, or what's your return on investment? And I don't know. We always talk about
return on investment. In this case, is a return on your time.
Yeah, and if you really want return on your investment, especially if you're new, don't do social media at all. and just focus on
relationships.
And what I mean by that is literally go knock on doors and talk to people about their home. Like that's the best way.
You know, the people who sell ads, that's the complete opposite of what they say.
Yeah.
Which it's like, well, that's why they're selling ads. They want you to buy their course.
And they don't want to go knock on doors anymore.
I just saw an ad yesterday, and the guy was like selling his webinar class, and he was talking about how we got all the this is the best and fastest way to go get buyers right now, and man, I sure wish somebody would have told me this before I was knocking doors and smiling, dialing and
smiling and dialing,
doing all the FISBOs, sitting open houses that nobody comes to. And he goes then he followed it up with this, and I just started dying laughing. I actually commented on it because I thought it was ridiculous. He goes, now don't get me wrong. We sold thousands of homes that way.
Yeah.
He straight up said it.
After he was like just
that's because he's following the Instagram or the social media rules of baiting and hooking.
Yes, well,
that makes sense.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's why I hate social media.
He wants to be perceived as successful too, but I'm like, yeah. You're telling people to not. So I commented. I said, yeah, don't do the things that helped me sell thousands of houses. I said, interesting concept. And
dude, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to make a video, and it's going to be exactly like that. Like, who else hates cold calling? Who hates sitting open houses? Who hates talking to for sale by owners?
Who hates working?
Gross. Yeah.
This is going to be our top-rated video.
Yeah.
Comment. I got to think of something.
Comment. No more work.
Yeah, no more work. And enjoy my free masterclass. And then I'll talk for 30 more minutes about the same thing. And at the end, I'm going to go,
and we'll give you
guys, this is all baloney. This is all baloney. You just have to talk to people.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure you're charging people $1,000 to go to that.
Right.
That's
for
it.
$39.99, you can have access to my entire network.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, if you're posting something trendy because your focus on the views, then your focus is on the wrong thing, because trends, they come and go, and you're gonna have to figure out how to turn those views into engagement, and how to turn engagement into income. Which really leads us into that next topic.
Well, I'll say one thing real quick, because I've been making these funny little Sora AI videos. But I've been posting a lot of I post a lot of different things on my social media. I post educational. I post about buyers and sellers. I talk about agents, and then also been doing these funny Sora videos that are like AI. I'll tell you though, those funny videos have then created a lot of conversations for me in real life. And so that's like one thing. And that's where if you're going to get these views, it's like just plug and play. I got people I post this funny thing, but then I posted an educational video. So then they see it. And then people message me. I actually went to dinner with my high school friends this weekend, and one of the girls, love her to death. And she was like, listen, I need to know, were you on the actual court with the Thunder? And are you like a sponsor of the Thunder? And I just started laughing, but it's that's a perception that I've created, because they now see me as this super successful real estate agent, which then created conversations.
I judge anyone who has seen those videos and thinks that you were actually wrestling a bull on the Thunder court. It's it is so obviously not you.
Yeah, I know.
The content's hilarious, but I think it's actually even more funny that there's actually people out there that if people can't tell that is not
fake.
Real,
yeah,
then I am scared for the future.
There's already
people. There's some good stuff out there.
There's a lot of stuff right now that's going around, and I'm like, guys, I messaged. I'm like, that is fake.
Oh,
just
for
so
sure.
Yeah, the craziest thing
is only going to get better.
Is the real videos?
Yeah,
people say that's AI.
Oh, I know.
No,
I know.
Like the guy who, I don't know if you guys ever seen that video that was on the Vine. So this was years ago, in the 90s or 2000s.
Yeah.
And he's
I know what Vine is.
He's got his hand up on the dartboard, and he's going to let his buddy throw the dart. And it hits him right in the head. And then he turns around, looks at his buddy, and he's in shock. He's like, that's in my head, isn't it? Like, that's the look on his face. All these people are like, that's AI. That's AI. I'm like, dude, this video is from like 2000.
Yeah.
But then they see AI videos and they go,
Wow.
oh, Brooke
That's
is wrestling a
crazy.
lion.
And man, I'll tell you, I got so many
You shouldn't
views
have got
on
that. You
those.
shouldn't have got that close to that lion.
I guess
wouldn't have let
not.
you do
I got
that.
tricked once. I got tricked on one. I saw this dog video. It was a clip of what am I trying to say? Like a clip of a bunch of different dogs. People's dogs. What do you call that? Like a
Carousel?
Just a
Or not a
carousel,
carousel?
reel of a bunch of different dogs. Okay.
Mashup.
There
Sure,
you go.
Sure, that's not the word I was looking for, but we'll go with that.
Remix.
And it was about how dogs were saving. Okay, sorry guys, we had some technical difficulties. We're going to move on to the next point and go over the difference between engagement versus income. And both are important, but if you're not turning that engagement into income, then I guess then you're just popular.
Yeah.
People like you.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it
that's
does
good
work
enough
for some people. It
but,
does.
You know, if that's your goal, then more power to you. But if you're trying to turn it, turn this into a business,
I've met a lot of really popular people that have some big old spheres and they cannot make it in
Yeah.
this industry, just in general. So it's
Or-
not about just
yeah.
being popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what can people do to make sure they're taking that engagement and
I have an
converting
answer.
it into income?
I think first of all, your content has to be really good. That's number one.
What does that mean?
It means that
Like good
you-
quality videos or
not
what?
even necessarily good quality videos, just good quality content, as in
People
like,
want to actually
people that will actually
the watch rate continues.
You got to hook them, and again, like there's some people say like don't make good videos because people see that in their feed a lot, and then when they see like a raw one, they pay attention more because it's more real.
Yeah.
So there's things like that, but basically like for example, let's pull up my feed. So I posted winter is coming.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and then I put a little Game of Thrones graphic on there. So that's the first thing people see, and then the first thing I said on my video is, "Hey guys, winter's coming." So I said it in the first. So I hooked them, and then I said, "I'm going to show you guys how to install one of these water covers." And now, obviously, I'm not big time, but since last night, I have almost 2,000 views. On the video that I posted before, was I just walked a DR Horton house and showed people the rooms and said if they have any questions, let me know. That got 500 videos and that was over, or 500 views, and that was over a week ago, because there was no entertainment value and there wasn't tons of value to it. It was just a home tour.
Yeah.
And I'd say most of my home tours get about that much money. However, also my face isn't in it.
Get
Yeah.
about that much money. What do you mean
Yeah.
by that much money?
Views.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
But yeah, so
But to the point though, like, so let me ask you this, Casey. Let's interview you.
Oh, dun dun dun.
How do you feel about those views? The 2,000 views that you gotten since yesterday.
I feel like, I mean, obviously you want more and more, but I feel like if I could get myself to get 2,000 views on every video, I would start to understand. I think I would understand what it takes to get those views.
And then you might be able to start getting more views.
Yeah. Then
And
you
maybe more engagement.
Then you grow it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I think the point right now is then how do you take those views, turn it into income?
So
Because it feels great to get people that look. I mean,
I think it's
and
different
I think
ways.
watch time, like I think the longer people watch is obviously even better.
more chance they'll see the next one.
The more chance they'll see the next one,
So
more
for another
chance
like.
that they like the content. So now they're maybe engaging with your profile and looking more into you and things like that. Or is it just a view, scroll, view, and go to the next
Right.
one? And so I think
Yeah, you want them to stop, open the post, say something, like, share, whatever.
Yeah, and so I think that's always my thing is like, well, for someone like, you guys know I'm I'm just anti-social. I'm just an introvert, right? It's just naturally who I am.
That's why we don't let you leave the office.
Well, I mean, I think that it just wanting to try to turn that into income. Brooke, did you have some ideas on that?
Yeah, I was like, well, I feel like there's two ways. Like, yeah, there's ways you can make money from social media as an income.
Sure.
Or like kind of the story I brought up about my high school friends, like seeing me on the Thunder court and being funny. How I like to make money from social media and how I've always done it is because that's my sphere of influence on there. And I just want people to see all the things, and then it creates, every time they see me, now it creates a talking point with them in real life for us to have a conversation and bring up real estate at that point. So that's how I make income from it.
That's kind of how mine works too.
Yeah, because it's very relationship. I make friends. I add you on social media, whether it's buyers, sellers, other agents, whatever. I'm always adding people on social media and being very intentful with that.
Yeah, I think so. For me, moving forward with social media, what I need to focus on is what am I trying to sell?
Yeah.
And that is two things. So my line of thinking here is I have two different people I'm trying to sell. And one is buyers and sellers, and the other one is agents.
Yep.
So what I want to do is, because I've noticed other people like Ricky Cruth do this, is they have the same message for both those people, because it comes from a place of education. So they're educating you as a realtor, but it's on how to serve your client.
Yes.
And so I think that moving forward, that's my goal. And so every video needs to say at the end, like, hey, and if you want to learn more about this, comment this word, or use this link to fill out a survey, or whatever the call to action might be.
Yeah, and are you making like a tagline too at the end?
I don't know. Maybe I should.
I mean, that's kind of what I've like researched, like not including just a hook, but also like a tagline. And like, so my little tagline is like, I just want you to win.
There you go.
Because I really do.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming from my heart, and it's like same thing, buyers, sellers, agents.
I was doing that for a while. I would say, I hope this helps.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I think it's good because it like just shows the heart too behind it.
Can you see the people who viewed?
Let's see.
Yeah. Go view those insights.
I know on reels and stuff you can.
And then go look at your watch time too.
Watch time is an hour and 50 minutes.
No, not that watch time. Like throughout the video, like when did people drop off?
Yeah, you can see.
Down?
Oh yeah.
You can see.
Look at that. That one's actually good.
No, that's not it. Watch time.
Average watch time, 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So that means like
how long
on
is the
average.
Video? Does it say it on here? It's probably like 30 seconds.
So that means on
it's
average.
a minute 23 seconds.
So that means on average, people only watch 5 seconds of the video.
And then they drop off.
Well, you know what? If their pipes freeze, it's not on me.
Yeah.
Because I warned them.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I want to make sure that... you guys can't hear me on Teams, can you? Okay, cool. Just making sure we're on.
You didn't even give me a chance to respond.
I'm on a meeting right now. I actually have the audio muted too. But my point though is who cares right now, right? In this, because if you can see the people that were watching it. So somehow you need to take that data and now create another touch point with that data. Reach out to those people. Put them on a smart plan or a text plan. I mean, something, right?
Yeah. Or
maybe,
even just go in and like get on their page and comment on
or something.
That right there goes a long way. If you're trying to get up going on social media, like just they say it's like there's like a 5 on 5 or something like that. But it's like you go find like 5 people and you comment on all their stuff, and then you like all their stuff, and like 5 posts or something of theirs. Then you go find the niche that you want to be in, and then you do the same thing. You go find 5 profiles and comment 5 different times or whatever. So I mean, that goes along. But again, you're making relationships.
I think you'd be more successful just doing stuff like that than just doom scrolling or just posting. Yeah. So, and what I've noticed is when realtors like my posts, I'm like, they like me.
I know.
Maybe I should call them.
I know. I saw someone like a pretty good agent like one of my stories the other day, and I was like,
interesting.
Might message you later.
Yeah. Definitely. But that's
now everyone's gonna like avoid my Facebook messages.
yeah. They're like, huh, that's weird. She
I
called
just
me.
won't make this a clip that I post on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching me this intensely, then you're watching our podcast, and you probably need to just reach out to me because you like
or
it.
maybe you need to do the same things.
Well, I mean, so we've been kind of already talking about the last point in that the content that you post, it all has a purpose. It has a job to do, and I think that I think actually the most important part of today when it comes to that point is the 5 different categories of posting that you talked about. Because if you are not, if you're posting a video that touches on 2 of those 5 categories, you probably should be very clear on what your message is. Are you there to educate or entertain? Or, I mean, not that you can't, entertain people with education.
It's got to lean heavy on one side.
Yeah. And so figuring out like what is the purpose of this video is going to be super important.
Yeah.
I
got another video that I did that had 5.7K views. But it was of Christmas in the cul-de-sac with all my family, which I know people like that stuff because most people don't get what I got.
Is that
they don't have a cul-de-sac with 13 kids that play in it every day. So it's like freedom. They're like, man, my kids can't even go outside.
Oh, yeah. I grew up in a
But
cul-de-sac,
this one
and it's
grew
a game
up-
changer.
Yeah, it really is. So anyways, but I got almost 6,000 views, and it was an 11-second video. My average watch time was 7 seconds. So
Okay,
that one
went
worked.
up.
And I got 22 comments, 4 shares, 3 saves. Like, that's probably one of my most successful videos. And I've heard, now that doesn't help me really get real estate clients.
Right.
So
Over
again,
time.
we got to make sure that we're sending the right message and getting videos that are successful that way. But I've heard too, if you have a successful video, you should go back and recreate it.
Yes. But
'Cause it worked.
It's also, too, I always go back to that people want to use people they know, like, and trust. So I think those videos are important. It's not to, like, grow or do anything else, but...
It's like, oh, he's an actual person.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, like, well, I also have 2 boys, and, I want to be with somebody that's like that. Or I'm also a musician, and I get people all the time that just call me just because... whatever. I used to be a cheerleader. Like, it's like it is crazy the amount of people that call you for weird different reasons just because they want to have somebody that they can relate to and they can relate back.
Yeah,
honestly, and it makes sense.
Relationships, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
we won't even talk about my TikTok.
Well, and that's every platform's a little different because, and TikTok is one. I mean, I know some stuff, but I haven't right now. I'm just like making posts. I know Instagram and Facebook really well, but TikTok is a little bit of a different beast, and so is YouTube. YouTube is like where I think people can really make the money if we're talking about that in our previous topic. But not saying you can't on other things too, but. TikTok, a lot of things that I've been learning lately, like they're talking about like you should be posting a lot more random stuff. And there's like a rise in random videos essentially. And if you can think of a way to be creative and be random and not just do a house tour, but I can't even think of a good example
I saw
of being
a good
random.
real estate one yesterday.
What was it?
It was hilarious.
Was it random?
It was random. It was outside the box, and he got a ton of engagement on it. So this guy he was walking out of his open house to his car, and he had an open house flag leaning up against his car, and you had an open house sign leaning up against his car, like he's getting ready to put it back in, right?
Yeah.
And so the video is him walking to his car, and then a guy in a ski mask comes, and he blurs out like the gun, and he's like, he holds him up and he's like trying to come rob the place,
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, whoa. And then it's like, there's like a news person, that's like a news story in the background. It's like, so yesterday at so-and-so, like there was a situation, it just sounded like like an actual news story, right? And then he did himself being interviewed by the news, and he was like, yeah, it was just crazy. I didn't expect it to happen, but like, I got to talking to him, and it turns out he was in the market to buy. And I told him like, man, he said, give me everything you have. And like, all I had is good real estate services. And so I gave that to him.
Stupid.
And now
we're in escrow.
And now he signed a BBA and we're under contract, you know?
Yeah.
And so,
No, that's like,
and the news story is like, you know, and then it ended with the news story going, police say no one was harmed during this interaction or something like that.
Yeah,
but
and
super
why
creative.
why it's successful is because I read some comments and they're like, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not.
Yes,
like, this actually
there was
happens.
one.
I'm like, well, that means it's a good video.
There was
Yep.
one that one person said like, this is distasteful market. This marketing is distasteful or something like that. And I go, jealous much?
Yeah, your
Like,
face is distasteful.
because then I went to his, but it made me go to his profile,
Okay.
and his marketing was like,
Was he a realtor?
yeah.
Oh, so he was jealous.
That's what I said. He was jealous, and this was like a guy whose marketing was just like Canva prints everywhere, and it was pretty funny though, dude.
oh
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
It was a guy that clearly was not a master marketer that was commenting on how bad this other guy's marketing, who was getting thousands of engagement. You know, it's like if someone's getting thousands of engagement, I mean, you know, it's pretty good marketing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I got 20,000 views on my Best Burger in OKC.
Yeah, that one.
Because
you got a
I
lot.
used SEO, and I think what I didn't realize is that Just Burgers is very popular.
Yeah.
It was an old realtor friend of mine, but yeah. So, anyways, it took off, and all these people were like, "Yeah, we go there every day," and it was crazy.
What do you mean you use SEO on that one?
Like I made sure that like Best Burger in OKC, like stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
people were like, "Hey, I want the Best Burger in OKC." They found that video.
That makes sense.
And then of course, then I posted one about the government shutdown, and it got 371 views. And then I posted my Hawk Tua video,
Yeah.
and this is just a
You're welcome.
recycled one.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
thanks. That I'd posted like 2 years ago. This is not even a trend anymore, and it got 22,000 views. But I have like 10 videos total on TikTok. It's like, man, I can't do. I'm a firm believer now in people are like, oh, you should have all this thing. I'm like, just do one, because if you can't
Yes.
figure that out, then well, I mean, what do you can't figure all three out if you can't figure out one.
Well, and
I'm a big believer in that there's a lot of noise,
and you have to do so much research to know.
and the noise is going to make you feel like you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then you start getting distracted and going down these rabbit holes,
and it makes you feel like you have to do it like right now. Like you don't have to do it right now. You're building a
Well, you're
business.
gonna do it right now, so you don't have to go out and do the things you need to be doing.
Yes, but like there's a balance to everything. Like you still got to go out there. You still got to do the cold calls. You still got to go to the open houses. But in the meantime, you can be learning some of this stuff and slowly implementing some of this stuff. And then eventually you're going to look back and be like, wow, like look how far I've come, and now look at all these videos, and you're going to do a lot. Just slow down, learn what you can, and do what you can. I think the biggest thing is just figure out like how you want to be perceived on social media first, and then just kind of slowly start with that. And like sometimes you're not making reels and videos. Sometimes you're just posting a picture and having like a caption, or you're posting on your story very quickly, leaving an appointment going from one to another, and just building it that way. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to go hire a videographer and do all this fancy stuff. And I'll tell you guys, if you guys want to be super fancy with that, there are tons of events I know in every market. Like we have agents here in this market, and that's their thing. They have all these agents come and they get free reels out of it, and they get to tour these fancy homes, and now they get 5-10 videos that they get to go put on their social media. So there's plenty of stuff out there that's also free for social media that you can get on there and just start learning. That's it. And go slow. Unless you want to go fast, then go fast.
And if you're not first,
You're last.
he's like, but Dad, you always told me that. He goes, hell, I was probably high when I said that. He's like, I live my whole life based on that. Ricky Bobby.
Oh man. All right.
What's next?
Is that all she wrote?
That's all she wrote.
Okay. Recap the cap.
I thought we weren't recapping the cap.
We're not recapping caps anymore.
Yep.
No cap.
So just signing off.
No cap. That's what we're going to say from now on. All right. Signing off. I'm Casey Tuter. Oh, sorry. Hold on. We're signing off. Thanks for
What?
Thanks for
What
liking.
are you trying to say?
Thanks for liking, subscribing, and
Putting up with us.
commenting and putting up with us. We really appreciate it, you guys. We really do. And so keep on going. And we'll see you next time. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. We don't know. We just do what we want. Sign off. Casey Tuter, Curtis Haddock, and Brooke
Massey.